Madam Speaker, it's clear that you find this urgent. You've said why you think it is urgent. On the other hand, we hear from the Republicans, some of them saying, you know, well, let's wait a while and see how the first few bills work themselves out. Can you give us a sense of timing? I know that you're going around to chairs and talking about what should be included, but could we expect a plan by, for example, next week?
We could. We could, because I disagree with our colleagues. I could totally disagree. It is urgent. People are dying. People are suffering. We want to open up our economy. People want out. But the key to getting out is the testing. These are all related, and they're related in every way to data. They didn't mind coming back with more money for this or that without any data as to what was working best. But when it comes to feeding people, they can wait for that. And that's a matter of the health and well-being of the American people. So I completely disagree with that. While I think it's important to learn from what legislation we pass in every case, but that should not deter us or block us from meeting the urgent needs of the American people. And I think that there are people in the public, and when you ask these questions in the country, the bipartisan support for them is overwhelming for honoring our heroes, state and local, testing and the rest, the Postal Service. All these things have very broad support among Republicans as well. So we're talking about public sentiment coming to the rescue of our country, of our democracy, really, because so much of what the middle class is the backbone of our democracy, and those who aspire to it. And if we're undermining that, that undermines our democracy.
Madam
and we
Speaker,
do have money in for voting, by the way. We have money in there for voting for a vote by mail, which we think is a health imperative now, even though Democrats and Republicans support vote by mail. But right now, it is an imperative. That's a small item in the scheme of things.
I was going to ask you about that. Is that essential from your point of view? You have talked before about vote by mail this coming November.
Well, vote by mail is something, again, everything we're talking about has bipartisan support, and vote by mail does as well. The National Association of Secretaries of State, which is headed by a Republican president or chairman, whatever they call him, has written to us to say remove some of the obstacles to voting by mail that were in the CARES 1. So there's a recognition that to conduct elections consistent with trends in our country, but also recognizing the danger to health to have so many people showing up on election day is something that is not any partisan any place except maybe in the Congress of the United States, but hopefully not.